Hey everyone, welcome to tonight's recap of Big Brother 15. Before we get started, I just want to say Time Warner Cable and CBS are really pissing me off. Get your crap together.
They're making me want to jump into a pile of garbage.
Yeah. Alright, so last time, Candace and Jesse were nominated.
Judd, what the hell is so freaking funny?
Maybe it's because Gina Marie's wacko speech was out of control.
Maybe it's just because he's permanently high. I don't know. Alright, so...
But Gina Marie calls Jesse up to the HOH. She's like, you're the pawn. Just act sad. Candace is going.
Act sad if you want. It's okay. Alright, so... Gina Marie, a.k.a. Gina, tells Candyland, no hard feelings. It's, you know, it's the game.
I love how she, like, talks all this crap about her during her speech, and then she's like, oh, Candace, honey, come upstairs, baby.
Come in the room, honey. You feeling okay? Alright, so who's that dang MVP?
Everyone's wondering.
Amanda thinks it's Marka.
No, she doesn't.
Wait.
She thinks it's definitely in the house.
Right.
Because there's no way that America would put her up.
I think she thinks it's Judd, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we'll get there.
Well, Amanda, she hit Jesse.
Yeah.
And who would have thought that McCrae was actually the mature one in this relationship?
Amanda's freaking out because whenever Jesse sits next to McCrae and he doesn't immediately get up, that obviously means that he likes Jesse more. Come on, girl. You're like 28 years old or whatever.
This is like middle school crap. What are you doing? He doesn't want to be on her leash either, so methinks it may be time for McCrae to take the leash off.
It's looking very rocky. He seems to be pulling away.
His queen is turning into crazy.
Yeah, well, it's time to reveal who the MVP selected this week.
Amanda! Dumanda.
And she was like, bah!
And McCrae was like...
Yeah, he seemed a little, like... Happy in a way.
Very happy.
It was an I told you so moment for him, I think.
Yeah, it's like Nachtmare is almost over.
Alright, so the two extra veto players this week are Spencer and Judd, and the host is Aaron.
Ugh. Can I just repeat that? Ugh.
Yeah. So there was a little downtime before the actual competition, and Amanda was like, oh, that MVP is for sure Judd.
So she goes and confronts him and is like, would you use the POV on me?
She's going up to friggin' everyone. I'm surprised she didn't go up to Candace and Jesse.
Well, Aaron got wind of what Amanda was doing, and she got pretty pissed. She stormed out of the room. Because Amanda's selfish.
She knows if Gina Marie uses the POV on Amanda, there's a good chance that Aaron could go up on the block.
So she was pissed, and McCrae sniffed it out. It wasn't that difficult, because why else would she storm out of the room? She certainly didn't have to go take a dookie.
What?
I don't know.
Where are you going with this? Okay.
Nowhere. So McCrae is trying to smooth things over with Aaron.
He's doing damage control.
And Amanda's just getting jealous.
She's making it worse and worse and worse.
Why would you want to keep her on? Why would you want to keep me on the block?
Mm-hmm.
Stupid.
Yeah.
Stupid.
So it's time for the veto competition, and the squirrel is back.
Minus the fangs and the blood.
They've been using that squirrel a lot.
But dang it, that squirrel's back.
That squirrel is working this summer.
He's really deserving. I mean, come on.
MVP right there.
So, yeah, flog flingers. Frog flingers. Or maybe it should be flog fringers.
Yeah, so this is the Dirty Santa competition we've all been waiting for. It's always a highlight of every season because there are usually some pretty good punishments coming out of this competition.
Well, before we get to the punishments and the rewards and the winners and the losers, let's just talk about Amanda and Candyland.
There was a little fight during this competition.
Oh, a little? It went on almost the entire competition.
Well, it started out with Candace telling Judd, basically, like, Amanda says that you're the MVP. And Judd was like, no, I'm not.
And then Amanda goes yelling over to Candyland, shut your big fat mouth. Shut your big fat mouth.
Yeah, and then it just kept going back and forth. And Amanda pulls out, oh, is Shaniqua coming out?
Oh. And then...
Are you serious?
You act like a fool. No wonder why people made fun of you in school. It got ugly.
That was
it got
really messed up.
She don't respect her.
Everyone else in the competition was just like, I just want to throw some frogs.
It's awkward turtles all around. And then she pulled out, "You're the reason why Howard went home."
Yeah.
Dink! Final nail in the coffin. And it continued after the competition too. But let's talk about what the results were.
Yeah, we won't say like what people's prizes were and then who stole what and blah, blah. We'll just say what everyone ended up with.
Yeah.
So Gina Marie was the first one out, and
she scored a 0.
a couple people got zeros throughout. Right. But she ended up with the cone of shame for 48 hours, like when a dog has surgery or something.
I have to say, this was by far my favorite of the episode.
It's a good one.
Favorite. All right. It's Amanda. She got 50 Shades of Orange. She has to tan on and off every time, like, the music comes on or whatever for, what was that, 48 hours as well?
Yes.
Okay.
It may have been a little bit longer. I'm not sure.
Candyland ended up with the old Clowny Tard. I don't know why they made it a Clowny Tard.
Maybe because of Clowny.
It was sad, though, because... Hasn't she gone through enough in this house already with these people, and now she's got to be humiliated in a Clowny Tard?
Yeah.
Not just a unitard, but a Clowny Tard with afro.
And nose. But I don't think she has to wear the nose.
Spencer got a vacation to the Bahamas.
Yep. And then it was down to Jesse and Judd. And Judd actually won, but... Instead of taking the veto, he let Jesse have it, and instead he got $5,000.
When he did that, I was like, oh, no. There's going to be fireworks.
Ow.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, so then after the competition, McCrae gave Amanda a little talking to about her behavior. Amanda, what are you doing? I told you to shut up, and you just keep going.
What are you talking about?
You keep picking on Candace.
Candace is stupid.
You're so stupid. You could be going home.
Why could I be going home?
You're being a big bully.
How am I being a bully?
Oh, just keep your mouth shut, Amanda. What are you trying to prove?
Just leave me alone, okay?
You're making yourself look like an ass.
Shut up! Okay. I don't think this one's built to last.
And keep pushing that wedding back.
Oh, boy. All right, so Aaron is totally jealous of Candyland and Alyssa's friendship.
Yeah, she sees them hanging out, and she's like, oh, obviously Alyssa's trying to keep her. So she goes and runs up to the HOH and tells Gina Marie about it, and she's like, Alyssa's trying to keep Candace. Do something about it.
All right, so it's time for the POV ceremony. My parents said I must go to the ceremony. If you know what I'm talking about, leave it in the comments. It's a blast from the past.
Yes.
It's got nothing to do with Big Brother.
Nothing at all.
All right, so let's talk about the punishments. I'm sorry, we're not at the ceremony yet.
I thought you were just skipping that on purpose. But
I wasn't.
So Candace is in her Clowny Tard. People are making fun of her. It's really sad.
That really pissed me off. And Amanda Oompa Loompa, I'm just so tired of Amanda. Hands in the air if you're tired of Amanda this week and forever. I just wish they could flip the house so that she would go, because I'm donezo. I'm more donezo than McCrae. And Gina Marie, the cone of shame.
The best one.
She really didn't let it faze her at all. She just was eating and...
Who wants to see my cone? Nick, do you like it?
I think Nick really does like it, because he can't get anywhere near this. Alright, so now it's time for the veto ceremony.
Let's just get right to the point. Jessie uses the veto on herself, and Spencer is put up in her place.
A little surprising.
Not really.
Well,
if you watch the feeds, it's not surprising. If you watch this edit, maybe a little bit, because they were really trying to push the fear factor of Alyssa going up on the block.
I guess it was kind of a peace offering, or a she really wants Candace to go home because it would have been too tempting to put somebody else up. Like,
She would have been burning bridges if she put Alyssa on the block.
yeah, and there was no way she was gonna put A. Aaron on the block because that's her girl. That's her bestie.
That's her person.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
that's all we have for this time.
That is all. We'll leave you with this.
No!
Till next time.
Much love.